Mahendra, hi, good morning. Thanks for taking the time out. You mainly cater, Mahendra, to a segment which has seen many ups and downs and huge amounts of volatility as well. Have all the pieces, fallen pieces now been put in place for the telecom sector, and hFCL, you think is going to now enjoy a multi-year high growth phase?
Look, our progress depends upon the progress of the telecom sector. And definitely, telecom sector is in buoyancy today because 4G spectrums have been allotted for enhancing the coverage and the capacity of operators. 5G trial spectrum has been allotted, and the 5G auction hopefully would happen in the beginning of the next year. BharatNet is being rolled out, which is a massive project. Fiber to home is happening all over the country. So all this put together gives rise to the demand of fiber optic cable and all kind of telecom equipment. And these are the areas we are in. Supply of equipment, manufacture, supply of fiber optic cable, manufacture of different equipment, creation of infrastructure. So it's good going for the telecom sector at the moment.
Indeed. Mahendra, but what are the broad level major opportunities that are available to you at hand in the current market? Can you give us some color on what kind of growth opportunity could be in for hFCL in the near term?
Look, as I mentioned, all these areas, for example, 4G networks are being expanded, which requires creation of infrastructure, higher amount of fiber optic cable. These are all our areas where we work in. So we get more opportunities for supply of this equipment in India. Then, as I said, fiber to home networks are being expanded. We are the largest manufacturers of fiber to home cable in India. So there again, the increased demand is helping us. Moreover, when this near term, this PPP model of BharatNet comes in, that is again a huge opportunity for Indian manufacturers, including hFCL. And 5G networks are being prepared right now by all the operators. So that expansion or strengthening of network again gives a good opportunity to us to supply our cable and different kind of equipment and infrastructure services. And another thing which has happened, government's insistence on Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, which is a great policy, which really would encourage Indian manufacturers to manufacture more and more in India, including this PLI scheme. So what happens with that? Operators would increasingly buy locally manufactured equipment because they are going to be more cost competitive. So taking advantage of that, we are investing heavily in research and development. We are designing equipment which are going to be required by 5G operators, like 5G cell sites, which includes macro cells, small cells, for indoor and outdoor application both. The transport equipment for the 5G, for example, routers, switches, front-haul gateways, all are being designed by us, all 5G equipment, which would not only be possible for us to sell in India, but export also.
Okay, Mr. Nahata, both Bharti Airtel as well as Jio have announced the Made in India 5G. How big an opportunity is this for hFCL, and could this provide export opportunities as well in the near future?
Oh yes, of course. Number one, since it is going to be our own technology, our own development, and we hope that we will be more cost competitive. This gives us an opportunity to supply not only in India, whether Bharti or Jio or any other operator, but also opens up a big export opportunity. Because 5G is coming all over the world in a big way. And with open RAN standards coming up, that is going to be end of monopoly of big suppliers. With open RAN standards where interfaces are well-defined and transparent, operators would have opportunity to buy from anybody who manufactures good quality at competitive prices. And that's where we are going to be. Good quality equipment, latest technology, and competitive prices. So opportunities open for all Indian manufacturers all over the world.
Okay, that sounds fairly encouraging. Now, let's talk financials, because in FY21, your revenue growth didn't really translate to profit growth. Do you think the next couple of years we can see an enhancement, and hence your profit growth will be at a faster clip than your revenues? And what are going to be the levers or the drivers for your profit growth?
Look, in the last year, we had started a new factory which is in Hyderabad or fiber and cable. So there was a lot of impact of depreciation. Number two, because of pandemic, we had to extend the tenure of LCs and payments to our suppliers because the cash flow was in a crunch for everybody during the last year's lockout. So there was a higher burden of interest. So that is the reason why the profits could not grow as much as the revenue. And I think that was the situation for many other companies. Now, as far as the future is concerned, I don't want to make any forward-looking projection. But yes, looking at the growth of the telecom sector, our revenue should also grow. And with what we are doing in research and development and designing our own equipment, which by definition are higher, have higher profitability. So profit also should grow accordingly.
Okay, fair enough. Trade receivables in FY21 have shown a steep rise. Are you taking any steps to address this?
You have to understand why they've increased. We are executing a number of defense contracts where the payments are made on an accomplishment of milestones. Once the milestones are accomplished, then the payment are made. Irrespective of whatever quantum of equipment I would have supplied, the turnkey projects, you achieve a milestone, then the payments are made. Because of pandemic, because of supply chain issues, and moreover, in these areas where the work is taking place, different cantonments, for a long time of the year, the movement was restricted, entry was restricted. Because of that, implementation of the project got a bit delayed, milestones achievement got a bit delayed. That's why whatever supply we made are seen in receivables, but milestones are not completed. Because of that, you see increase in receivables. But now the situation is eased out. All those milestones are going to be accomplished soon in this year, and the receivable will come down. But I can tell you one thing, not even a penny of these receivables are bad debts. These are all good receivables from AAA class customers.
Okay, is your, in your con call in mid-May, you'd also said that pledged shares would be released in 4 to 6 weeks. What's the update there?
Oh yeah, of course, all the banks have approved that. And I'm sure, with the process going on, most of the pledged shares would be released within next couple of weeks, less than couple of weeks. And I may also tell one more thing now. None of the shares have been placed for any loan taken by promoters or anybody against the shares. These had been placed as a collateral to the loans which company had taken. So all those collateral conditions have been fulfilled. That's why the banks have approved release of most of those shares.
Sure. Okay, Mr. Mahendra, also wanted to understand, you finished the last fiscal with revenues of nearly about 4,500 crore rupees. Looking at your expansion now coming on mainstream, the demand environment being conducive, all the points that you just previously highlighted, what kind of growth numbers are you projecting now and aspiring for in the medium term?
Look, it would be difficult for me to give any forward-looking projection. But yes, the growth trajectory which has been there in the revenue in the past year, we believe that we should be able to maintain the same kind of trajectory.
Okay, great to get in that perspective. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us today. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.